Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here in Gardening Little by Little. My name is Janet and today we are working in my backyard.
These ones are still alive, but I'm just gonna save them up and put them somewhere else to recover again. I wanted to show you the green here. As you can see, I scratched it. So that means that the plant is not dead. It just needs to be cut back and watered, and it'll come back for me. But what I'm gonna do is just put it in my nursery aisle and just bring it back to life and be able to use it in other projects.
The backyard fence has been a little neglected with all the leaves that have fallen over the months. And we gotta clean out all this debris of leaves before the mosquitoes and the snakes and other pests comes to the yard and starts making home in there. So today I'm doing a full cleanup by the fence and planting a few things that will hopefully make this space feel better and a little more bug friendly in the right way. I'm starting by clearing out all the leaves and debris that built up over the past few weeks in the winter months. It doesn't look like much at first, but once I start raking everything up, it makes such a big difference. And it was just a little too much in the background of my videos. I like to take this part slow, just working little by little and focusing one area at a time. There's always something satisfying about seeing the space open back up again.
I have to make sure to remove all this before it makes a hiding spot for the snakes. Oh, it smells very nice, you guys. Rosemary.
Now that everything's clear out, I can actually see where I want to plant and it already feels so much better. I wanted to remove the plants that I planted here that died back over the winter months. I will put them back in a nursery cans and put fresh soil and some fertilizer. In the back alley in my backyard, I have a group of plants that I don't have a home for them yet, but I just group them there until I'm ready to plant them in the garden. So I will put my clusia and my bougainvillea there until I see signs of life. If there's no signs of life, then I will have to, discard the plants. But if there's signs of life, I will add them to another project here in the garden. For now, they're gonna be in my little nursery section that I call my hoarding plants, and I will keep them there until I'm ready to use them. I'm planting rosemary and lavender today. They're both really beginner friendly and they will do well here in Florida. As you saw, my other lavender, I've been having that for 2 years now and it's doing wonderfully good, and I love how evergreen it is over the winter. I also love that they can help deter mosquitoes while attracting pollinators like bees. It's a simple way to make the garden not only look nice but also work a little better. I'm planting them in a spot where they'll get plenty of sunlight, and I'm making sure the soil drains well. And here's a little sandy, so it's gonna drain very well since they don't like sitting in too much water. Nothing complicated, just keeping it simple and learning as I go.
Look who came to visit. Look who came to visit here. Ain't that cute? It's nice to get visitors in the garden once in a while. So she came to visit and she's beautiful. Look at those colors. Oh man, I scare her away. Yep. But as you can see here, all these colors are coming up in the garden bed. Isn't that cool?
Just adding a couple of plants really changes the feel of the space. It really looks cleaner, calmer, and a lot more inviting. Definitely a small step, but it makes a big difference.
And you see little pockets here of the allium that I planted last year. I'm just letting them be, and hopefully they produce flowers and give me a nice bloom. So we have a rosemary, a lavender, a rosemary, an allium, as you can see, a rosemary, a lavender, and a rosemary. And you guys, this makes me so happy because you know, all these plants that I'm planted here, we could use them in the kitchen. So this is really fun that we are putting edibles in the ground and we are able to harvest it here in the garden. So these lavenders are gonna attract so many pollinators, and I'm excited that I'm able to go sit on my patio and just watch all these pollinators fly around in the garden and just, oh, it's gonna be so fun. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this barrel where I have my yellow rose. This is a yellow sunblaze rose, and it's a standard, which means it's a tiny little standard tree. And in the bottom, last year I had some marigolds, and I had Blue My Mind's evolveless ground cover. But what I'm gonna do is get rid of the marigolds, maybe save some seeds because those seeds do come back for me. and save the ground covers and put them in another pot or something else for another project. It's doing good on its own, but we'll see. We need to now push from here. There you go, like that. Everything looks good. I'm gonna put these ones in here and put some soil on them. See if they come back for me. For those of you wondering why I'm only gonna put 2 Supertunia Vista Bubblegum, it's because this flower is gonna fill up the whole pot, even spill down to the ground. So if you have not seen or had a Supertunia Vista Bubblegum, I highly recommend you get one, because once you get one, you're going to fall in love with them. It's a beautiful annual and it grows so fast. It is a heavy feeder as well, so you gotta give it annual feeding every 2 weeks or however you want to feed your plants. And also you gotta give it a little protection from the white moths, because once they put the little caterpillars here, they're gonna want to eat the flowers. So you just gotta take care of it with some neem oil. But right now it looks empty and it needs more flowers. This one is a big bang for your buck because it's gonna fill up this whole area. I have some in my raised bed as well, and it's gonna be beautiful with the yellow bloom flowers of the rose here and the pink Supertunia Vista flowers here. So this is gonna be such a beautiful display, and I'm gonna be able to see it right from my window inside the house. So yes, if you haven't gotten this plant, please get it. I got this plant for $5.98. This plant could go all the way to $10.99 to $16.99. But I got it here at my local independent nursery, and it's such a good deal because it was really cheap. But I only got 4. But you guys, I'm so happy to have this plant in my garden, and it's gonna look so beautiful and gorgeous. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pot up the Blue Maman evolvulus plants in these pots actually. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these plants will come back for me, and I could use them in garden beds and containers as well.
P.S. As I was putting the stuff away from my project with Lavender and Rosemary, I just couldn't walk away from this little project that I have here, which is cutting back the lemongrass. I had to cut the lemongrass. I see new growth coming in the bottom, and it just makes me so happy that it came back over the winter because I thought it was going to die, but it came back. So now I had to come here and cut the old growth out so that way when the new growth comes out, it doesn't intermingle with the old growth, and then it's going to be hard to cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Also, I saw some branches that needed to be cut in my Japanese maple tree, so I went ahead and cut some branches off from that too. Just leaves that needed to be cut off, like leaves that are, branches that are overcrossing and dead branches. I just went ahead and cut those off too. Since I'm already here in this spot, cutting the lemongrass. So soon this area is gonna get worked on again because we are working on the pavers installations. So you'll see another video where I have my husband help me with repotting the maple trees, putting fresh soil and fertilizer and weeding it out. So that will be in another video. But today I'm just cutting the branches. But I will come and put more fresh soil and fertilizer to these beautiful trees. That way they thrive and look beautiful over the summer months.
Lemongrass is good for deterioration to mosquitoes, as well as rosemary and lavender. So those are gonna be nice to have around the garden to deter those mosquitoes away. And then my little bonsai here, Japanese maple tree, is coming back. As you can see, the new leaves. Oh my goodness. So I just cut back the old foliage, and it's just a nice tree to have next to the garden because it just cascades to the water. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I love Japanese maple trees. They just give me that little zen that I want. And here I have my tea olive tree, and you guys, this tree smells so amazing. If you do not have a tea olive tree or shrub in your garden, I recommend you get one because it's beautiful and it's evergreen, so it does not die back in the winter. And around this time every year, it gives those beautiful blooms that just gives fragrance to the whole garden where you are. So you could smell these beautiful flowers every time you get a little breeze. And it's a nice privacy hedge too if you need some. Get a tea olive tree. It does well here in zone 9. I brought it from Virginia, from zone 8. And it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And yeah, if you don't want to put it in the ground, you could put it in a container just to get those beautiful scents in early spring. Because, oh my goodness, I don't know. It's nice to have it here on our walking area here, on the entrance to the garden, because it's the first thing you smell when you open the gate. You could smell these beautiful flowers. And then turn you around. Look at those beautiful daffodils that came back from me from been having these daffodils for like a few years now, since I was in Virginia. I brought them with me in the same pot container with this Japanese maple tree, and they're blooming, looking beautiful.
That's it for today's little backyard reset. I'm just taking one step at a time and slowly building a space I enjoy being in. If you're doing the same, subscribe and follow along. I love to grow this garden little by little with you.
Doesn't that look so much better now? I think it does. And I'm gonna be able to enjoy it. And as you can see, we have rosemary, lavender, rosemary, lavender, and rosemary. And it's gonna be such a fruity, fresh garden display out here and gardening little by little. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy me planting these beautiful Supertunia Vista bubblegums. And if it's not too late, please go get them, and then so that way you can enjoy them in your summer garden. As you can see the clouds, it's gonna rain soon. So I'm not gonna water them because some of the plants that I planted were already soaked from yesterday's watering. So look at these beautiful flowers. I was able to trim this beautiful rose, and we're gonna be able to enjoy this garden from inside the house, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming and watching me clean this area of the garden. Little by little, we are getting it done.